It is pretty rare that swear words escape my mouth. And yet... yes, that was the F word. This was 2.5 hours into a flight which should have lasted an hour and 20 minutes. What in the world happened to get me to this point? Well, let me tell you a story. The story of how I ended up lost over Lakeland. I started this early April day in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. From here, I was going to fly to Lakeland to spend the rest of the week at Sun and Fun, the world's second largest fly-in, surpassed only by Oshkosh.
Tower, good morning. Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo is ready, 28 right.
Bonanza 702 Tango Bravo for Lauderdale. Tower, roger.
I have no idea what was going through the mind of this tower controller here in Fort Lauderdale, but the weather in South Florida was beautiful this morning, and I had timed the flight to arrive in Lakeland around 12 o'clock noon, 2 hours before the afternoon air show started on this day, because they do shut down the airport for arriving and departing traffic during the air show.
28 right. November 0 Tango Bravo 28 right, line up and wait traffic is on a 7-mile right base.
Line up and wait, 28 right, Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo.
96 turn left on Echo, join Bravo, contact ground 121.4.
Clear approach. Runway still
Echo
occupied.
Bravo, ground point 4, 796.
November 0 Tango Bravo, runway 28 right, turn right heading 305, clear for takeoff.
Right heading 305, clear for takeoff, runway 28 right, Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo.
United 1688 for Lauderdale Tower, runway 28 right, line up and wait, traffic's on a 6-mile final.
Line up and wait, 28 right, United 1688.
Airspeed alive. Positive rate, gear up.
November 21, come back, check transponder on spark 0156.
01, back to 0156.
United 1688, runway 28 right, fly heading 290, clear for takeoff. Bonanza in the upwind is northwestbound.
290, clear for takeoff, United 1688.
0 Tango Bravo, contact Miami departure, take it easy.
Contact departure, have a good day, Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo.
Maintain 127, Springs A 59.
Miami departure, good morning, Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo, 700, climbing 2000.
November 70 Tango Bravo, my departure to contact. 60.
Block.
Spirit Wings 145, turn right, heading 360.
360, heading Spirit Wings 145.
Spirit Wings 859, contact climbing center 133.4.
Data 34, Springs A 59.
My filed route was up along the east coast via Palm Beach on Victor 3 to Melbourne, and then over to the west towards Lakeland. Just like Oshkosh, Sun and Fun has a special arrival procedure for this very busy week, channeling all arriving traffic via Lake Parker, a few miles northeast of the airport. However, at the time I took off, Lakeland was IFR, with improvements to VFR weather in the forecast expected in the afternoon.
70 Tango Bravo, turn left heading 300.
Left heading 300, 0 Tango Bravo.
Soon I leave the city behind me and fly over swampy areas. I'm still on vectors to the north, or now even northwest, beginning to wonder if I'll eventually return to my cleared route on the east coast.
November 0 Tango Bravo, climb maintain 7000, and you're clear to Lakeland via radar vectors to BAIRN, Bravo, Alpha, India, Romeo, November, then direct.
Climb maintain 7000, clear to Lakeland, radar vectors BAIRN, Bravo, Alpha, India, Romeo, November, then direct.
0 Tango Bravo, reback is correct, fly heading 340.
Heading 340, Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo.
42 to maintain.
Alright, so much for sightseeing on the east coast. I had hoped to catch some nice footage with my tail camera, but at least the new route via BAIRN intersection gets me to Lakeland a little faster. I should be touching down there in roughly 1 hour. Or so I thought.
12 o'clock, 15 miles northbound, Bonanza, climb out 6,200 for 7,000.
Alright, we'll go down 8,000, we'll tap for Bonanza, Del 745.
Traffic 435, contact Miami, correction, Palm Beach approach 123.62.
Near the northern edge of Lake Okeechobee, I get another minor route change.
Number 70 Tango Bravo, clear direct BAIRN, and do have amendment to the routing of and rated copy.
Direct BAIRN and rated copy, Vanessa Zero Tango Bravo.
Number 70 Tango Bravo, after BAIRN, clear direct ODDEL, Oscar, Delta, Delta, Echo, Lima, join Victor 441 to Lakeland.
Vanessa 70 Tango Bravo, after BAIRN to ODDEL, Oscar, Delta, Delta, Echo, Lima, then Victor 441 to Lakeland.
ADS-B weather shows moderate precipitation around Lakeland, but nothing from my current position until I get to the Lakeland area. It seems pretty safe to continue for now, while of course keeping an eye on the radar. I'm also getting the ATIS for Lakeland, which suggests ceiling and visibility have improved a little, though they're still using instrument approaches for landing.
57 Zulu weather, wind 20005, visibility 7 miles, sky conditions 2,100 scattered, ceiling 7,000 broken, temperature 19er, dew point 18, altimeter 3008. RNAV approach and use, landing and departure runway 27 left. Notice the airman, runway 523 is closed, runway 826 is open for arrival aircraft only.
Sun and Fun has a published NOTAM with special flight procedures and even its own ATIS, which I found pretty useless, in that it is a rather long transmission which provides nothing more than a summary of the printed NOTAM, which every pilot flying in should already have.
Number 70 Tango Bravo, turn left heading 280.
Left heading 280, Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo.
Here I get a left turn, pretty much straight to the Lakeland Airport. I expect this will turn into vectors to the RNAV approach to runway 27 at Lakeland. If the weather improves further, I will at some point be able to cancel IFR and fly the Lake Parker arrival into Sun and Fun. And if not, I expect I'll get an instrument approach clearance into Lakeland. I try to get an idea from the controller as to which one it'll be.
Bonanza Zero Tango Bravo, do you know if Lakeland is doing instrument approaches, or should I plan for the Sun and Fun procedure?
I don't know. They're probably doing approaches though with all the weather in the area.
Bonanza Zero Tango Bravo, roger.
Number 70 Tango Bravo, proceed direct to Lakeland.
Proceed direct Lakeland, Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo.
I'm now clear to go direct to Lakeland, and while there's still precipitation in the area, over time there's more and more green color. I take that as a sign that the rain is slowly dissipating.
Okay, RNF, runway 27 approach.
Now it's time to look at the approach plate, reviewing possible entry points I might be sent to. Later, once I know if I'll actually fly the approach, I'll still do a full approach briefing. Listening to the ATIS again, I learned visibility and ceiling have gone down a little bit from the prior observation.
Lincoln Airport information, Papa 1546 Zulu weather, wind 26005, visibility 5 miles, light rain, sky conditions 1,300 scattered, ceiling 2,600 broken, 4,300 broken, temperature 21, dew point 19er, altimeter 3009er. RNAV approach and use, landing and departure runway 27 left. Notice the airman, runway 523 is closed, runway 826 is available for Sun and Fun arrivals only. All taxiways south of runway 927 are designated non-movement areas, and Sun and Fun arrival procedures are in effect. Advise initial contact.
King Air 4 Golf Foxtrot contact Melbourne Tower, 118.2, good day.
So here I am, less than 15 minutes from touchdown, and pretty much on the final approach course. So this will be a piece of cake, right? Well, here comes my first indication that it's not gonna be that easy.
Number 70 Tango Bravo, fly heading at 330, Tampa called me, had you delay out just a little bit because they got quite a few going in there right now.
Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo, roger, heading 330.
So he's sending me to the northwest. What's odd is I can see on ADS-B that there isn't much traffic near Lakeland, which isn't surprising given the lousy weather they've had all morning. And I shall soon find out that this is not just a delay for traffic, though the Orlando approach controller I'm talking to probably doesn't know any details at this time yet. I'm getting some light rain here, but a smooth ride.
Number 70 Tango Bravo, contact Tampa approach 119.9er.
Tampa 119.9er, Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo, have a good day. Tampa approach, good afternoon, Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo is level at 4,000 heading 27. 270 with information Papa for Lakeland.
No Bravo, Camp Approach. Sun and Fun procedures are in effect. You have the ATIS 128.575.
Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo, I have the ATIS Papa and I have the flying information also.
70 Tango Bravo, are you familiar with Sun and Fun procedures?
Affirmative, Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo.
0 Tango Bravo, proceed direct Lake Parker, Victor Papa, Kilo Echo Romeo, descend and maintain 2000 and advise me of the lake in sight.
Direct Lake Parker, descend and maintain 2000, will advise in sight, Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo.
So Tampa Approach sends me to Lake Parker and tells me to descend in hopes of getting into Lakeland VFR, following the Sun and Fun arrival procedure from Lake Parker.
Roger that. Charlie Golf, Papa Lima Juliet, do you have Lake Parker in sight?
We need to descend a couple hundred feet. We're VMC now, but there's cloud in front of us.
Charlie Golf, Papa Lima Golf, that's minimum vectoring altitude. Just let me know if you pick up Lake Parker.
We'll let you know we're descend slightly lower than that.
Charlie Golf, Papa Lima Juliet, can you cancel IFR?
Cancelling IFR, Papa Lima Juliet.
Charlie Golf, Papa Lima Juliet, IFR cancellation received. And you can proceed on course to Lake Parker. Monitor Lake Parker arrival 124.5 and squawk VFR. Have a good day.
124.5, have a nice day, thank you.
So here's a Cessna 172 from Canada who just cancelled IFR, meaning they broke out of the clouds and will proceed to Lake Parker and then Lakeland visual. I hope I'll be able to do the same soon. The controller helps by letting me descend to the minimum vectoring altitude. That's as low as I can go without cancelling IFR or flying an instrument approach.
Alright, 70 Tango Bravo, you familiar with Lake Parker?
Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo, I am affirmative, but I'm still over an overcast to get 3000.
70 Tango Bravo, roger, descend and maintain 1800.
Descend and maintain 1800, Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo.
Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo, traffic 1 o'clock, 2 miles east-south, eastbound 2700. Turn left heading 180, let me know if you pick up Lake Parker.
Bonanza 70 Tango Bravo, heading 180 and I have Lake Parker in sight.
70 Tango Bravo, roger, and you're canceling IFR at this moment?
Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo, negative. I don't believe I can proceed past Lake Parker and BMC.
70 Tango Bravo, roger, once you get to 1800 feet, let me know if you see it.
Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo, welcome.
There's 123 Victor Golf, turn left heading
I can see Lake Parker in front of me, but the clouds are still very low and I'm not convinced I can safely maintain VFR once I get below. Then it gets worse.
70 Tango Bravo, looks like all the runways at Lakeland are unusable at this moment. I've been maintaining 3000 on that heading.
I've been maintaining 3000 on present heading, Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo.
Alright, up we go, because both runways at Lakeland are now unusable. No problem, I have almost 2 hours left before the airshow starts, and I have plenty of fuel on board.
And the 70 Tango Bravo, turn right heading 340, vector 4 delayed.
Right heading 340, Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo.
The controller sends me around in big circles, giving me a different heading from time to time. He talks other pilots into going to Lake Parker and holding there visually until the runways open. With low visibility, low ceilings, and no idea when the airport may reopen, I believe it's a really bad idea to cancel IFR right now, but others seem willing to give it a try.
And Seneca, 1229 Tango, instead of waiting for IFR to hold, if you wanted to go to Lake Parker and hold VFR until the runway's open, we can do that. Did you want to do anything like that?
Yeah, sure, we'll do that, yep.
There, 1229 Tango, roger. You can turn direct V Parker and maintain 3000 for now, lower for you in just a minute.
Okay, going back to direct to V Parker.
Running 10 Tango, it'll be the same for you if you want to get near Lake Parker and hold there, VFR until the runway's open. We can work on that.
Yeah, let's see X-ray, we can do that.
10 X-ray, roger. Let's go a little bit further to the north and I'll give you a turn to the south just a minute.
Let's see X-ray.
70 Tango Bravo, turn left heading 270.
Left heading 270, Bonanza 0 Tango Bravo.
At this point, the ADS-B traffic picture shows a number of targets around Lake Parker. They're in a hold, flying VFR around the lake, as described in the Sun Fun NOTAM. No doubt the ceilings and visibility today make that challenging. If you're watching this and if you were one of the pilots holding here over Lake Parker on this Tuesday, I would love to hear from you. Please let me know in the comments section what your experience was like. The good news is that the area of precipitation over Lakeland has all but disappeared. However, this improving weather also leads to more and more VFR flights heading down to the already pretty busy Lake Parker holding area. At this time, I am determined to remain IFR until I know Lakeland is really reopening. Once I'm VFR, this busy controller will likely not be able to re-accommodate me should the VFR thing not work out. And speaking of waiting for Lakeland to reopen,
Potential aircraft, looks like both runways are closed at Lakeland for another half hour if somebody wants to go to a different airport, and we can work something like that out. Let me know.
At this point, I've already been holding for 30 minutes, and now it sounds like it's going to be another half hour. And in case you're wondering, no, this isn't yet what got me so very excited. I'll just keep flying big circles here at 3,000 feet and watch this whole thing unfold. I'm also tuning in Lake Parker arrival on my second radio to get an idea of what's going on there.
First RV that got to the lake, where are you right now? First RV up to the red RV?
Yeah, we're just on the east side of the power plant.
Copy, I appreciate it.
Sample, you got a minute for a question for Seneca 29 Tango?
Affirmative.
So, they're supposed to shut the airport down at 2 o'clock. You got a million planes up here circling. Are they still going to shut it down at 2? I don't think they're going to have an air show today, right?
And 29 Tango, we'll call and check on that.
Thanks,
631 Sierra, 3 miles to the west, inbound for land, runway 5, going to enjoy the left downwind, runway 5.
Okay, coming in from the west again.
29 Tango, Lakeland has informed us that they are going to close the runway outside the airport at 2 for the air show.
Follow in line, everyone's counterclockwise.
Okay, we're still looking at 30 minutes. And just to give you an FYI, where I am right now is crystal clear. I can see everything right now.
Very nice, very nice.
29 Tango, Roger. Looks like the best thing to do would be go VFR and hold at Lake Parker. You want to do something like that?
You know what? I don't think so, because you got a million planes holding over there right now. I think I'm going to stick, like I said, stay holding with you if that's okay.
29 Tango, Roger. We're just going to take you north for a little bit, and eventually you will have to join that holding pattern there at Lake Parker.
Oh yeah, wing rock.
All right, well maybe once they reopen the airport, you could turn me around and go back. But if I'm going to hold them, I'll hold the deal.
Okay.
Good choice.
Folks, we're holding at Lake Parker, currently counterclockwise. You're holding between 600 and 700 feet, maintaining VFR, and if able, maintain around 100 knots for us.
Hey Brandon, can you tighten it up a little bit on this turn out here, because there's towers out here. If you could bring it a little bit closer to the shore, we wouldn't be getting so close to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay behind the RV. He goes wide.
I'm following the other guy. All right, no problem.
Alright, so we got a million planes going into Lakeland.
I believe you told me.
Runway's been closed for about a half hour. They say it's going to be closed for another half hour. And in an hour, they close the airport for the air show. So I'm IFR right now still, back to the round for delays. I've decided against the Lake Parker holding, even though it's clearing up, because it's just more and more planes joining. It's going to be jam-packed there, and I feel a lot safer up here in the clouds actually. On ADSB I can see there's just plane after plane coming. So we'll see.
Gonna get 29 Tango, turn right heading 190.
190 for Seneca 29 Tango. Yeah, we're monitoring the frequency down there. I'm glad I'm with you.
Yeah, it looks a little busy.
Yeah, that's right, a little busy. By this time, the recorder I used for my iPad screen had run out of battery power, but it took some screenshots to show you just how busy Lake Parker has gotten, and there are still more and more airplanes coming this way from the north. And then, not quite an hour after I was first vectored away from the airport, there's finally some talk of Lakeland opening again soon.
We're still holding right now, but it's just going to be a couple of minutes and we're going to turn it back on. Everybody make sure you're nose to tail already. We're going to start.
By the way, it wasn't until the next day that I learned the reason for the airport closure. A Beech BAIRN had a nose wheel collapse on the runway. Apparently no one got hurt, but the airplane was damaged and it took some time to secure it and move it off the runway. And according to some of the volunteers helping on the ground, the other runway was blocked by a disabled jet of some sort, though I was not able to fully confirm what happened there. Finally, Lake Parker Approach released airplanes from holding over the lake towards the airport.
Detail in front of the Centurion, you're going to be the man. So you got to set the pace for everybody else. You're going to be number one. Once you get to the power plant, I want you to fly due westbound, give me a wing rock once you're over the power plant. And,
with the airport now open and about 45 minutes left until the published start time for the airshow, I see bigger and bigger holes in the clouds with good visibility below. Good enough to descend below the clouds and cancel IFR. I'm a few miles northwest of Lakeland, and given how busy it is north and east of the airport, I figure the best thing to do is go around Lakeland on the south side, and then fly to Lake Parker from there to begin the Sun and Fun approach.
very good.
Tango Bravo, do you want to go to Lake Parker for VFR?
Bonanza Zero Tango Bravo. I can cancel IFR here at this time, plenty of holes below me, and then I'll proceed VFR to Lake Parker on the south side of Lakeland.
VFR, descend below the Bravo, and radar service terminated. When you get close to Lake Parker, monitor Lake Parker arrival 124.5.
124.5. Thanks for all the help and patience, and have a good day. Bonanza Zero Tango Bravo.
Looking for the biggest hole, I descend below the clouds. I've still got a few minutes to go to Lake Parker, all the while listening to Lake Parker approach. Airplane after airplane is leaving the hole and going to the airport for landing. All is good.
I'm sorry, low wing just north of Slogan. There you go, nice job on you. Go westbound from there to I-4, follow the procedure inbound. Everybody welcome to Sun and Fun. You guys have been awesome. It's been a great show from here. And the Grumman, you're about a mile east of that big smokestack, is that correct?
That's correct.
I tell you, you go westbound from there straight to I-4 and follow procedure inbound, and keep your speed as best you can. You're going to be the last one in.
You got an experimental coming over the power plant right behind that guy. Can I get in?
Okay, experimental, you see the Grumman?
I got him.
Okay, I got you now. You follow the Grumman, you two are the last one, straight westbound to I-4. We're going to turn south out the golf course. You two keep your speed up. You're going to have to close it down pretty quickly.
Thank you. We're about 60 miles southeast. Is it possible to get in?
I'll be unable. They're going to have to shut it down. They've got an air show coming up, and they've got to clean it up pretty good. My last two, I've got a Grumman and an experimental. And experimental, I need you to tighten that Grumman. Catch up as you can. You two are the last one. Everything else, the airport is closed. My last two have just passed late. Now I got a highway just north side. You're going to have to depart on it and be able to get you in there. You're going to have to depart.
Sir, I'm right over the airplane, planned 152.
You're in the left turn. I tell you, we just take a left turn. There's a little experimental down there, right turn rather. You go straight westbound, procedure inbound. You need to hustle up as best you can.
I got a banana right here to power plant 2, turning west now.
Okay, the last one's by Cessna, north side of the lake. You just continue inbound. The rest of you are going to have to depart. They're not going to be able to get you in before we close the airport down. Again, Lakeland Airport is going to be closing down just a minute. If you're not, if I haven't already talked to you, put you in the procedure, I'm going to be able to get you in. You're going to have to depart and find somewhere else to land.
Yeah, we got a Seneca coming in. We're getting low on fuel. We're just setting up above the power plant.
Unfortunately, Lakeland Airport is closed. There's Bartown to the south, and you have to find somewhere else.
And here it is. I had been waiting for over an hour at this point to get in. The published start time of the air show was still 30 minutes from now. I did not know they were going to close the airport earlier than that, and I was not alone. I wasn't going to break any rules, but I also wasn't quite ready to give up yet.
The Lakeland Airport is closed.
I thought it was closing at 2 o'clock.
They need to close it at 1:30 for the air show to set up and all that other stuff, so the airport is closed.
Only 120.
This Bonanza Zero Tango Bravo. I've been holding IFR for an hour to get in. I have the power plant a minute ahead of me. I also was following the NOTAM that it was closing at 2, not at 1:30.
Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. They just told us they closed it. They closed up.
All right, I'll try again tonight. Thanks.
Now around 135.225, but I can't do anything for it. 135.225 is what I try with them.
What was that tower frequency again? Because a couple of us are just holding IFR. We're just coming out now. Come on, you guys can't turn us away now.
Land on the green.
Alright, so the approach controller can't get me in, but he suggests the tower controller may be able to. it's worth a try.
Tower Seneca is along I-4. Is it okay if we can come in and land there?
Tail dragger, I need to keep your speed up. Tail drag, touch on the green dot, keep your speed up.
Tower Warbird, 83 back, Lake Parker.
And Grumman, touch on the green dot, clear to land on skinny runway. That's on turning base, angle for the orange dot, land on the green dot.
Tower Seneca is inbound. Is it okay if I come in and land?
Seneca, stay position.
Right at the golf ball tower.
Seneca, follow the Lake Parker arrival.
Okay, we're turning inbound now to the airport.
And tower from Bonanza is behind the Seneca, just released from IFR hold. We'll also appreciate if I could still come in.
Are you familiar with the Lake Parker arrival? Are you IFR or VFR?
I'm VFR now, and affirmative, familiar with the arrival.
You're familiar with the Lake Parker arrival?
Affirmative, just about to turn southwest on I-4.
Follow that, follow the Lake Parker arrival.
Yes! I'm allowed in.
And Seneca, right turn towards the orange dot, go to land on the green dot. T-tail, turn left. T-tail, turn left, turn downwind. Seneca, start that right turn. I need your base turn right now. Turn to the orange dot, go land on the green dot. Keep your speed up to the end, everybody, after you landing. T-tail, touch on the green dot or beyond. Keep the speed up all the way to the end, left turn off, and welcome to Sun Fun. Nice job, Seneca, just keeping a high-speed taxi to the end for me once you get down to control.
Tower, Skywagon, 49 mics over the power plant, Parker Lake behind the Warbird.
And tower Bonanza is turning downwind for 27 right.
Bonanza, roger. Skinny runway 27 right, clear to land on the skinny runway. Make short approach.
Short approach, clear to land on the skinny runway. Any particular dot?
Any aircraft over the lake on minimum fuel? Do you have enough fuel to go somewhere else? Bonanza, turn base. Turn base, clear to land on the green dot. Minimum fuel over the lake. Do you have enough fuel to go somewhere else?
Yeah, we're just over the power plant. Yeah, we have enough fuel. We'd like to get in though. Skywagon 49 Mike.
You want to land at Lakeland?
That's affirmative. Skywagon 49 Mike.
And over the lake, technically we're now closed. If you have enough fuel.
Hey,
yes.
Warbird, Amphib, A3.
And Skywagon, if you have enough fuel to safely divert, go ahead and go somewhere else. We're technically closed right now. We've been closed for a minute and a half.
You're still accepting Warbird, A3 Quebec. Is that
Three greens.
Skywagon, do you have enough fuel to safely divert to somewhere else?
That's affirmative. 49 Mike.
The airport is technically... And Roger, then the airport is technically closed now. Sorry. We're going to help you out.
Yeah, we're behind a Bonanza. It looks like he's on the arrival for 49 Mike. Can we follow him in?
Potential aircraft inbound on Lake Park arrival. The airport's closed. I would suggest you a different destination this time.
And that is how, to the best of my knowledge, I ended up being the very last airplane landing at Lakeland before the air show that day.
Potential aircraft TFR is now in effect. You need to exit the TFR.
It takes a lot of power to taxi through the grass, which is still moist from the rain which fell during the morning. I'm so happy to be here. Diverting to somewhere else would of course have been an option, but one I would have rather chosen before holding for an hour in IMC. I can imagine how busy all the volunteers were a bit earlier, when airplanes were leaving the Lake Parker hold rapidly to land at Lakeland. By the way, I'll focus a bit more on the volunteer effort here at this fly-in in my next Sun and Fun video. For now, I'll say thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and click subscribe if you haven't yet. And let me know in the comment section below the video what you would have done on this flight. See you soon.